Give it up for Chris Lambert, everybody. Chris Lambert!
All right, give it up for Jimmy, your host. All right, good, good. So I'm not really into sports like I used to be. I know it's like Final Four, March Madness, all that good stuff. I was talking to my dad on the phone. He's like, "Oh, Chris, are you watching a game?" I was like, "No, I'm not. I just got a little busy." I didn't have the heart to tell him that I was watching Glee. They were in sectionals. It's a pivotal episode. A little something about me, I'm in debt for having a master's degree in theater. And I'm kind of jealous of those kids because they get to do all this cool stuff and they get to be straight and express themselves through song and dance. My parents were very supportive when I was in college. They would come to my shows. I remember one time I was doing a show where I was doing choreographed numbers to Highway to the Danger Zone and Eye of the Tiger. And like my mom, I could see my parents in the audience. My mom was smiling. She was all happy. My dad was looking like he had just utter disappointment that I was never going to be chasing quarterbacks on weekends, you know. Because I have two cousins that play in the NFL, and sometimes my dad will call me up and say, "Hey, Chris, what are you doing?" "Oh, I'm just hanging out, playing Madden on PlayStation." "Oh. Well, you could have been in that game. I could have had an Escalade. You think I like sending you money every month so you could follow your dreams in New York? I had a dream. I had a dream you get a government job." Sorry, guys, that got a little too dark. Got a little too real. Let's come out of that abyss, shall we? So we're living in hard times right now. Jimmy mentioned the recession, and times are really bad. And you can tell that times are really bad when you see white people in Kmart layaway commercials. And the E-Trade baby is singing Negro spirituals. Like literally the E-Trade baby was standing in his crib singing, "Nobody knows the trouble I've seen." Like seriously? And the worst thing about it was that he was holding an iPhone. So how bad can things be if you have an iPhone? And you know, the thing that made me mad about that was like, is nothing sacred anymore? You know, like the people that had to sing those songs, they were singing those songs to get their minds off of messed up situations, you know? And that got me thinking, like, what if civil rights activists had Twitter and BlackBerry and iPhones like back in the day? You know, I think like some of the messages would be like this: "Oh man, my legs are really tired. We should have reconsidered that bus boycott, LOL." Or a tweet would be like, "Hey everybody, make sure you don't wear your church shoes to this rally because we're going to be running away from German shepherds and fire hoses. Please retweet so that everybody will know to wear their Converse. Church shoes are slippery." They are. So I work in an office. Does anybody here work in an office? Yeah, good. Some of you still have jobs. Yeah. I work in an office, and I think an office is a place where your hopes and your dreams are sucked out of your soul and put on a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. And there's nothing you can do to change it because it's a read-only file, you know? So once those things are gone, they're gone, you know? And like, I work in one of those places, and I just, for example, in the bathroom in my office building, they have motion sensors for the lights. So if you're not making any movement in the bathroom, the lights shut off. So I was in there washing my hands, and the lights shut off. And I said, "How does it know that I'm dead inside?" Things are smarter than we think, guys. So I really want to be honest with you guys. I'm black, and being black, I find myself liking things that I'm not supposed to like watermelon juice. That's like, for those of you who don't know, that's a racial stereotype in liquid form. And the first time I saw it, like I hate myself for liking it, the first time I saw it, I was like, oh my God, watermelon juice. How am I gonna get this out of the store without making the ghost of Harriet Tubman cry? You know, like, so I'm just buying all these things that I don't need, and I'm like buying tampons, Vagisil. I bought the new Taylor Swift album. Guys, she writes all of her own stuff. She writes all of it. So I take it to the register, and the only person there to ring me up was this middle-aged black guy. And he looked like an ex-Black Panther. He was wearing all black, and I was like, how can you be a Target employee wearing all black? He just looked like a really angry guy, somebody that was bitter from having to, you know, drink out of a separate water fountain at one point in his life. So he's ringing me up, and he sees it, he's like, oh, so you buying this here watermelon juice? Let me tell you something, brother. Every time you take a sip of this juice, Tyler Perry gets more money to make movies. And I was like, oh my God. So I bought it anyway. It's delicious. And I took it home, and then I found out it had a coupon for Popeye's chicken on the side. So that was like a festival of self-hate. Guys, my name is Chris Lambert. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate it.
Chris Lambert. Give it up for Chris Lambert.